Third baseman number 14, Nicole Pierce. And number 10, Katie Potter. And now here's the starting lineup for your Humber Hawks. Leading off the third baseman, number 2, Alexis Ferreira. Batting second, the shortstop, number 3, Alexa Vassos. Batting third, the second baseman, number 4, Megan Murphy. Batting fourth, the designated player, number 5, Megan Mueller. Batting fifth, the left fielder, number 7, Kay Costu. Batting sixth, right fielder, number 10, Jess McPherson. Batting seventh, the first baseman, number 17, Bree Oliver. Batting eighth, the pitcher, number 11, Rachel Matheson Green. And batting ninth, the center fielder, number 12, Hannah Koziola. And behind the plate, number 15, Emily Erskine. The head pitcher Hawks is Dwayne Bowles. Fans, tonight's senior night marks the last home game for some of these Humber Hawks. First up, a Matheson career 287 batting average, collecting 51 hits with 2 regular season and 1 postseason home run. Fourth-year senior Kate Costu. In 117 innings, this athlete currently has a 2.61 ERA, which currently ranks her third all-time. Her 16-10 record currently has her tied for second all-time in wins in program history. She's also the owner of 5 complete games over her career at Humber College. Fourth-year senior Rachel Matheson Green. The career leader in appearances, this fifth-year athlete is the program's single-season wins and ERA leader. Career-wise, very much of the same as she leads the program in wins and strikeouts, and is second all-time in ERA. The author of 2 no-hitters, fifth-year senior Miranda Pearson. This player just passed Leah Davidson for third on the Humber College all-time hit list. She ranks third in program history in runs and career runs batted in. She may have left her best season for last. Fifth-year senior Megan Murphy. Last but certainly not least, Humber Softball's rock for the past 4 years. She'll truly be missed for her constant support and humor. Fourth-year manager, Kayla Ueno. We would now ask that Seneca seniors Leanne Delorme, Jasmine Nabanama, Chantal Ganjon, and Alec Derdarian please join the Hawks seniors at the mound. We now ask you please rise and remove your hats for the playing of the Canadian National Anthem.
Welcome to a live look of Connervale Park on a very special senior night here for the Humber Hawks pregame. The Hawks awarding Megan Murphy, Miranda Pearson, Rachel Matheson Green, and Kate Kostuk with some plaques, bouquets, some nice memorabilia. Their last home game for the Humber Hawks, and really the last doubleheader of the season here at Connervale before they wrap up the regular season at Conestoga. And Brendan, the Humber Hawks just want to keep things going with another win here.
Yes, with 16-4 for the season, they are vying for position for first with Durham sitting 17-5. Candidly, I would be surprised if Humber didn't come away with the win on both games tonight. They've been looking solid. They got 8 home runs in their last game alone. They're fierce, they're nasty, and they're going to play the way they have been playing all season.
This has been one hot Humber Hawks team. You said it, Brendan. Those 8 home runs coming over the weekend over a couple series there. And you mentioned them trying to stay above those Durham Lords. Often picky at the end there. Hawks do have the lead. They're going to have to pick up 3 of their last 4 games in order to secure first place in the regular season. That would be the first time in program history that they ever held that regular season title.
And I think with people like Muir, I think with people like Murphy, I think with people like Buchanan, this has come closer than it ever has before. And I'm sorry, did I not forget to mention Miranda Pearson sitting, waiting to use that cannon of an arm when called upon?
Yeah, this is always a top-notch program. You list off the names there, you could go on for days. This is a really deep lineup for Dwayne Bowles. But there's just something special about this squad that maybe hasn't been there in years past. The chemistry is on point. The bats are getting hot at the right time. It's going to be an exciting end to this ball game and this year as we see one of the seniors on the night, Rachel Matheson Green, getting the start.
Honestly, I think the difference, while Presley Buchanan has been a leader in terms of hits and pitching, it's got to be Muir the second year. It's got to be this second year with all these veterans already on the team able to continually make the plays.
First pitch swung. Alexa Vassos able to run into the gap there and scoop that one out. 1 pitch, 1 out for the Humber Hawks. A lot of energy here at Connervale tonight. A good crowd out here. Etobicoke Mayhem baseball team, Humber men's baseball team. Plenty of friends and family. Should be a fun one here tonight.
One of the larger crowds we've seen in a little while.
In the dirt for ball 1. Kiera Thomas at the dish now for the Seneca Sting.
Kiera Thomas, this is her 66th time at bat this season.
That dribble will roll foul. Corralled by Alexis Ferreira over there on third. Nice to see her back on the hot corner. She struggled a little bit with injuries this year. Relieved by Julie Kostuk, as well as Bree Oliver at times, but now Ferreira back at her familiar position. That one struck into left. Vassos giving chase from her shortstop position off the glove. Vassos has already flashed the leather once in tonight's game, was going for number 2 there. Regardless, Matheson Green finds herself ahead.
It's really nice to see Matheson pitch because she's a phenomenal pitcher, and we just don't see her because we also have a ton of other all-stars on the team.
That's exactly it. I mean, every single team in the OCA would really be dying to have an arm like Matheson Green. Is to see that dribbler go down to Ferreira. Nice play made. Bree Oliver with the putout. And that's exactly it, Brendan. I mean, she's kind of the cream of the crop when it comes to OCAA pitchers. Had a great season last year as a starter. Really been used more as a reliever this year, but that's really is not out of necessity. I mean, they had Megan Muir step up in a big way. Obviously, Presley Buchanan coming from Wayne State.
D2, thank you very much.
Absolutely. So a lot of tools in the shed for head coach Dwayne Bowles, especially this time of year when you're trying to keep those arms fresh. That's a hard hit ball into left field. That'll drop in for a base hit. Kastuk out there bobbles it. Runner's going to try for two. Throw is cut off by Vassos. So RMG recorded 2 quick outs there. Gives up the double to DeLorme. Now we'll see Mishaville up there, runner in scoring position now for the Sting.
No tricks there, but she didn't take a swing.
Another hard hit ball into left. Tracking is Kastuk. Able to make the play. Nice range out there to get out of the inning. So a double for the Seneca Sting will be all they can muster. A good start for Rachel Matheson Green, the senior, on senior night. Humber Hawks sitting pretty. They're at 16-4. You see that great runs allowed, just 48 on the year. Seneca, a very different story, Brendan. 0-22 on the season. That streak goes all the way back to 24 games. Their last win coming on October 5th, 2018.
Not much to say, Adam.
Yeah, not much to say with a stat like that. So for Seneca, they're in tough here. They know it.
Actually, what I will say is that if you look at Humber's lineup, we have 19 players. If you look at Seneca's, they have something like 11. And that you have to play double headers all year. That second game is almost always definitely going to be significantly harder because we've got people on the bench. We've got deep pockets. We have 5 pitchers. They have 1 main pitcher and 1 closer.
That's a great segue there, Brendan. I mean, to Gendron on the hill, that's exactly what you're talking about. She's had to pitch over 65% of Seneca's innings this year. She's pitched over 90 innings on the season. She leads the entire OCAA in innings pitched by about 25 innings. So she has been an absolute workhorse for this team, and that's exactly right. With that smaller roster, you're asking for more out of each and every spot on that list. And for Gendron, she's really had a lot of weight on her shoulders this year.
And a couple games, several games ago, we saw Dwayne Bowles take Presley Buchanan off the mound because you know what? Pitching is a psychological game, and if you're not in the mood, then you shouldn't be up there, you know? You're going to get into a streak, and you're going to think, I can't do this anymore. And when you have only 1 pitcher, that's a lot of psychological weight you put on 1 person.
That's exactly it. So we'll see what Gendron has in store for the Hawks tonight. Her first test, Alexis Ferreira. In that doubleheader against Fanshawe, Ferreira had 2 doubles, a triple, and a home run. Skies that one into left. That'll be corralled out there by DeLorme. So Alexis Ferreira goes down on a pop out to left. Now the shortstop, Alexa Vassos, steps in. This Hawks offense is on absolute fire at the moment. After being swept by the Durham Lords in their last 4 games, have a combined 50 runs in those 4 games, averaging 12.5 runs a match. Hard grounder off the shin of a cameraman, no worse for wear. You'll hear that from the Humber dugout. So Gendron jumping right into the Lions' den here with the top of the Hawks order. .20 appearances for Chantel on the year, 0-15 her record. Seneca and herself looking for their first win of the season.
Hey guys, we don't have the graphic up.
The pitch to Vassos, swung on to third. That'll go right through the wickets of the third baseman. Vassos going to turn. Decides, though, to retreat back to first. So Vassos with a hard hit ball charge the air. to Pierce on third there. And you want to talk about seniors on senior night, how about Megan Murphy? Through her 5 years, always a key cog in this Humber machine, but this year, taking it to an absolute different level. That one gets away. Vassos with the easiest steal of her career. Gendron struggling a little bit with a base runner on. Murphy batting .443 on the year, not too shabby. That could drop into right field. It will, turning as Vassos heading towards home. There won't be a play at the plate. Throw comes home. Megan Murphy with some heads-up base running, trots on down to second. Megan Murphy with the RBI double. That'll catch Alexa Vassos. And this Humber Hawks offense going to pick up right where they left off.
They are fierce, they are well-oiled, and Dwayne Bowles carefully crafts his team and makes sure to keep them in line. Doesn't matter who you're playing, Dwayne Bowles wants you to bring everything you have every time.
Dwayne Bowles does a lot of things right as a softball coach and just really seems to always get the best out of each and every player, knows how to push their buttons, know how to fire them up. See here, have a good start to the game. Why not get a little dance party going as you see Seneca trying to figure things out on the hill. They knew it was going to be a tough night at the office, and it has been for them thus far. Offense stymied by RMG. Now the bat's starting to come alive here.
And we saw them practicing before, and we have not seen them hit balls like that in practice all season, I think.
Yeah, these girls always look good in batting practice. A lot of power up and down this lineup, but it seems today just a little bit more juice in those twigs. They're sending it over the fence with regularity. Swinging through that one, Megan Muir. Pretty cool doubleheader for her against Fanshawe. Collected 2 home runs.
Who would have thought?
Yeah, really known for her pitching, but showing she could get it done at the plate. Tries to hold off on that off-speed pitch. That one into the backstop. Muir became just the 3rd player in team history to hit 3 home runs in a season. She joins Tara Camilleri, who did it twice in 15 and 16, and Aaliyah Davidson back in 2017. Once again, another foul. Murphy, the runner on second. Murphy with a healthy lead out there, trying to coax a throw out of the catcher, nothing doing. Kiera Thomas working behind the dish for the sting in this one. She's going to have her hands full with this Speedy Hawks team. Hard struck ball into left. If it's fair, it'll be extra bases. Drops in foul. Murphy will have to retreat back to second. Gendron ahead in this one, 1-2. Once again, Murphy playing chicken out there on second. No throw coming.
Why is the catcher threatening? Like, Murphy's the one teasing, like the one pushing buttons.
Yeah, Murphy's taking that healthy lead. Obviously, the catcher wants to keep her honest. Going down on strikes there is Megan Muir.
My thought being, Adam, is that the catcher should just pull the trigger and throw the ball out there and go, yeah, I'm going to move it out there, because that's the 4th time that she's held the ball and go, ooh, I'm going to throw it.
But then again, with Murphy's speed, you got to worry about that throw coming if she's already halfway down the base pass. Could trot down to third. Kate Kostuk with 2 outs, a chance for an RBI here with a runner in scoring position. Hawks getting up in this one early. RBI double from Megan Murphy, Cash Vassos. That ball in the dirt. Murphy's going to go. The throw down seemed to be in time, but a nice slide by Murphy, able to get in there. Perhaps a little shaken up on the slide is Megan Murphy.
I think she may have pulled something.
Seems to gonna try to walk that one off. One of the most important players for Dwayne Bowles this year. She's been on absolute fire. So leave it to Emily Erskine to get out there and stomp third base back into place. So Murphy will stay on third by the looks of things. Nice to see.
Season's almost over, but you don't want any injuries at any time.
Gendron down 3-0 here. That one in there for the first strike of this at-bat. Kate with 12 RBIs on the year, going to try to make it 13. Skies that one into center. Play made out there. That's one for. That'll do it for the inning. The Hawks able to put up one. That RBI double from Murphy. Cassius Vassos on senior night after one inning. It's a 1-0 Hawks lead.
Must be a relief to escape with only one, right?
Yeah, if you're the Sting, you got to think you're facing that top part of the order. It's a murderer's row, really. So to get out just that 1-run lead, you're happy with that. Especially with the way the Hawks have been swinging the bat. In game 1 against Fanshawe, won 14-12 in a 10-inning game. Followed that up with another 12-4 victory.
You didn't see it quite there from Kostuk, but she's got 2 home runs, 1 triple, 2 doubles, 15 hits. That was her 54th time at bat. Oh, and that's just mentioned she also has 5 stolen bases.
Yeah, there's going to be a big hole out there in left field next year with Kate Kostuk moving on. Such a key piece for Dwayne Bowles, both defensively and offensively.
But I've got good news, Adam. There's another Kostuk.
Yeah, Julie has played lights out this year. Really been a utility piece for Dwayne Bowles. We've seen her a little bit at third after that Ferreira injury. She's moved around a little bit and has really excelled in her limited opportunities. I've talked to Dwayne Bowles, and he's really liked what he's seen out of Julie Kostuk so far this year. So
he's done everything she needed her to do.
That's exactly it. So Matheson Green getting loose before this second inning. First one was a breeze for her, just allowing the 1 hit.
They did a beautiful job with the detailing of the mound today.
Yeah, definitely. They went all out tonight. I mean, it's senior night. They're making sure all the bells and whistles are out here. So much work by varsity ops and the softball team themselves getting this field ready before and after games. Jasmine Nanama going to lead things off for the Sting. A 209 hitter on the year. Oh, 1 pitch off speed. Matheson Green had a smirk with that one, trying something new, I think.
Jasmine scoring the most runs for the Sting.
Show and bunt here. We'll drop one down. Ferrero keep that one fair over to Oliver. Records the out. A little bit surprised there by Alexis Ferreira. She didn't let that one trail foul. That really appeared to be the way it was going. If you think you can make the out and you're as good as a fielder as Ferreira, why not make the play?
Clean up and move on.
Move on indeed. Gendron up there now. Pitcher on pitcher duel here.
This is her 66th time at bat with 8 runs, 18 hits, 4 RBIs, and 5 stolen bases. That means she's got some speed out there.
Definitely an all-around player for head coach Dave Clark. That one's popped up by Ferreira. She made out 1, makes out 2. It's nice to see. It really looks like the Hawks are having fun out there tonight. A lot of communication, a lot of talk from the dugout onto the field. It's senior night. It's your last time playing at home in front of the home fans this season. Why not have a good time and soak it in? Ladies seem to be doing exactly that. Darian swings at that one. Oliver has a chance in foul territory, making the play. And Rachel Matheson Green continues to cruise.
Was she up there or was so fast I didn't notice?
Making quick work. Her last home start of her Humber career, you think she might want to stretch things out a little bit, enjoy it a bit more, but no time for that. Probably doesn't need to be said, but Humber has dominated this matchup. They're 13-1 all-time against Seneca at home in the regular season. Seneca's only win coming over 30 years ago, 1987. So not much going for the Sting lately. Hawks have won 27 straight games against the Sting. Home or away, they've had a tough go with the Hawks, but then again, so has most of the OCAA.
You said it right, Adam. This team, once again, very much thanks to Dwayne Bowles, we were speaking about the communication. Dwayne Bowles. We're speaking about the hitting, the practice, the well-oiled machine, all from the vision of a man who recognizes strong talent and where to put it.
That's exactly it. He's done nice work, and out of all the varsity teams, it seems year in and year out, the softball team is the one that brings the energy, that brings the passion, that brings the dance moves and the fun chants, and I think a lot of that goes to Dwayne Bowles. I mean, obviously he's a pretty stern fella, and he takes his softball and his sports seriously, but, I mean, he wants the girls to have a good time, and year in and year out, they've been doing that.
I spoke earlier about psychology, and it's very true. Like, I was thinking it as I was watching the Sting, they look a little defeated, and I can't blame them because they have been defeated. And you got to be able to have fun out there.
McPherson grabs that one to third. Throw over there just in time. First baseman Mishaville had her foot off the bag, able to stomp on it at the last minute.
And this is my most anticipated player to watch. I always feel like she's going to absolutely have some crazy pop at her bat, so let's see if this is the time.
Yeah, obviously tonight's senior night, we're really focusing on the players that will be without next year. But if we start to preview next season just a little bit, Bree Oliver is going to be a name that definitely should pop up in the conversation.
27 at-bats, 2 runs, 4 RBIs, and a stolen base.
Plenty of power in her bat. It'll be interesting to see where she plays defensively next year.
Well, you see it right there. I love her because she swings at everything. And you know that if it connects, it's going to the moon.
Yeah, she's a nice counterbalance in this lineup. A lot of patient hitters, plenty of plate discipline, but sometimes you need a player that's just going to go up there and get it. And that's exactly who Bree Oliver is as she takes strike 2 there. Plenty of extra base power. Tries a hold back on an off-speed pitch, just fouls one. Sorry, puts that one in fair play. Bree's going to have a laugh at that one as she heads back. You saw her double clutch on that pitch. There's off-speed pitches, and then there's whatever that one was. That one had all of it taken off. Here's your starter, Rachel Matheson Green. Takes ball 1. The 1-0 pitch struck on right through the middle. That'll get through for RMG on there with the base knock.
And Gendron almost snapped it out of the air. It was very close.
Quick reaction time on the mound by Gendron, just a half second too late. Matheson Green gets the Hawks going here with 2 out.
And there's a reason that Gendron's on this mound. Like, in a slightly different world, she'd be a very successful pitcher.
Cozy Olek puts that one up towards left field, corralled by the shortstop, making the play as Nanama. So they'll strand Matheson Green on first base to end the top of the third here. Or sorry, to end the bottom of the second, heading into the top of the third. So we've talked a lot about this scorching hot Humber offense, and those 8 home runs they hit over the weekend puts them in the lead for the OCAA with 12 homers on the year. That's also the most in program history. So this Humber Hawks team has had more power than any other.
Even more reason to believe that this might be the year that they also, for Summit Division history, keep first place at the end of the season.
Yeah, what a big moment that would be for this program. And they've always been in the fight. They've always been in the battle, but it's the likes of the Durham Lords and the St. Clair Saints, and Fanshawe has been awful competitive in years past. It's not a tough go. Definitely not a cakewalk to the top of the standings, and the Hawks have really worked hard this year to find themselves at 16-4. They dropped one to Conestoga back in September. The end of September, they lost a 5-2 decision to St. Clair. On October 2nd, they got swept by Durham by a score of 3-2 and 3-1, tight matches. The only 4 losses on the record for these Hawks.
And you'll notice as well, low scoring. It's against strong defensive teams, and that's because Humber also has a very strong defense.
That's exactly it. Definitely their strength, this offense. I mean, has been going off, and we'll talk about it all night long with the stats they're putting up, but it's who's on the hill, and it's who's behind them that's really catapulted this team to where they're at.
Fielding always bails out these all-star pitchers who don't need bailing out very often.
So Matheson Green has had quite the night so far. Going to try to keep things going. Melissa Wanfor, center fielder for the Sting, in the leadoff position here. Fouled back towards the backstop. Seneca trying to get something, anything going against RMG here. Swinging through that one is Wanfor. We'll see if Matheson Green wants to attack the strike zone here ahead in this at-bat. In the dirt, scooped by Erskine. Wanfor batting just 137 on the year in 51 at-bats. Looks at that one in there for strike 3. Mark it down as a K for RMG.
Now batting number 14, Nicole Pierce.
Nicole Pierce, second-year player from Woodstock. Due up next. That one's popped up. Won't be playable. It's not too often we even see contact off the bat of these Seneca Sting hitters tonight. Matheson Green, that's that softball we've been seeing, that little lob pitch she's been working on. Hasn't landed for her yet, but definitely gets a reaction out of these hitters. At the very least, offset that timing. One low and inside. A lot of chatter here at Connervale, rooting on RMG. That one struck to Vassos, has time, and an absolute cannon. Will retire the runner in plenty of steps.
Vassos is experienced. She's precise.
So fun to watch at that shortstop position. Just fields everything so smoothly. Dwayne Bowles gonna head on out here and have a chat with Matheson Green.
The play's been solid. Probably just a little pep talk.
And that'll do it. A nice hug between RMG and Dwayne Bowles. That'll do it for her, the senior. Getting the call there. Getting some love from teammates and the home crowd. A really nice touch there by Dwayne Bowles, giving Rachel Matheson Green the start, letting her get that roll call, letting the fans get behind her, and passing the torch here to Presley Buchanan.
He's ready to go home now.
So now with the task of shutting down the Sting, Presley Buchanan came from Wayne State, NCAA Division II. Was a heck of a ball player out there and has continued her success here.
And Presley Buchanan actually having the fastest fastball on the team, according to Dwayne Bowles, actually beating out Miranda Pearson. So perhaps this is also intentional to get the batters accustomed to a slower pitch and then just ramp up the difficulty.
Yeah, that could be in the back of the head of Dwayne Bowles, and that shocked me when we were talking to him earlier because, you know, Miranda Pearson, we see her throw, and she strikes the fear of Lord knows what into every hitter she faces, and Buchanan more of a location contacts type pitcher, that is. But able to get it done. She's got a heater, and she uses it efficiently.
I'm not even a hitter, and I'm scared.
So let's see what Presley has in store tonight. First up, Danielle Pound. Show and bunt. Megan Murphy coming in from her second base position. Alexis Ferreira favoring towards home. We'll see if Pound still wants to lay down the bunt. Buchanan, a great fielder in her own right. Swinging at that one. Well behind, punches it foul.
Presley Buchanan can do it all. It's asked to be done, and she does it.
She really can. A double and two triples at the dish for her against Fanshawe. As well, she pitched 5 innings and had 8 strikeouts in that first game. So a pretty nice weekend for Presley. Strike there as Pound swung through the bunt. Rachel Matheson Green going 3 2/3 innings. The 2-2. Swung on. That's just a dribbler out in front of home. Buchanan. That throw is on the money to Bree Oliver to get herself out. So after taking over for Matheson Green, Bresley Buchanan records the final out of the inning. Muir swings at that one, a pop up to second. Play is going to be made. Vassos retreats to second. Danielle Pound records the out. Kate Kostuk.
And it might be 2-0, but the Sting has a strong defense today.
Yeah, they've definitely stepped up when needed. The Hawks have put some balls into play, but nothing that's been too much of an issue. A nice swing there by Kate. That's a hard hit ball to the shortstop. Bobble by Nanama. The throw in time will get Kostuk. So that'll put an end to the inning. Vassos stranded at second there. The Hawks do get another one. Yet another home run for Alexis Ferreira. Makes it a 2-0 lead here at Connervale Park. The Hawks trying to pick up the sweep here. They need to win 3 of their last 4 to solidify their place as the regular season champions. Trying to hold that title for the first time in program history. Presley Buchanan back on the mound for this half inning. She has 46 strikeouts on the year. That passes Miranda Pearson, her team record of 42. So in her first year as a Humber Hawk, Buchanan already entering the history books. What a pickup she's been for Dwayne Bowles. Buchanan's going to face Kiera Thomas here. Top of 4. Seneca's offense hasn't had much doing. That one low and inside, ball 1. That one down to Ferreira. Plenty of time, throw over. Hawks defense making it look awful easy here tonight. That's a hard struck ball. What a play made by Bree Oliver down the first base line. The crowd loving that one.
That was spicy.
The hardest hit ball from the Seneca Sting all night long goes nowhere but Bree Oliver's glove. That's a hard hit ball into right. Play gonna be made. Jess McPherson getting the start out there tonight in game 1.
And as soon as they arrived, they left.
Presley Buchanan sure didn't take her long. You got to thank the defense. McPherson, Oliver, and Ferreira all contributing there to end the inning. A quick word for Chantel Gendron as she prepares herself for this half inning. Came in today with a 5.6 ERA. Good enough for the team lead. The Sting really have done a nice job to limit this Hawks offense. They've forfeited 197 runs against on the year. The most in the OCAA, so a 2-0 deficit has to be seen as a positive for Dave Clark and his squad. Due up McPherson, Oliver, and Matheson Green. So here's the 6-footer out of beautiful Windsor, Ontario. We'll see what the first year can get done. Another key piece going into next season for these Hawks. Taking strike one. McPherson, limited opportunities this season, 29 at-bats, hitting .241. That one in the dirt to even the count. Encouragement from the dugout, that one well high.
McPherson has had a single double this year, so I'm sure she's trying to add to that.
Trying to find some green grass as the lights come on at Connervale. Sun starting to set. Second game scheduled for an 8 p.m. first pitch. Off-speed pitch, not finding the strike zone. The 3-2. McPherson takes a look at strike three. Gendron gets the strikeout for the first out in the bottom of the fourth. Here's Bree Oliver. So much fun to watch at the plate. She seems frustrated every time she lets a pitch go by, no matter how off the plate it is. Bree wants to take a rip at everything, and she does there. Puts that foul ball high up into the spectators.
Once she finds her positioning as a veteran player, she will be a force of nature. An absolute force.
When she takes batting practice, everybody stops and stares. This really has one of those natural swings. Some people are just born with them. Able to hold off that one. In her last at-bat, she ended up double clutching and swinging at one of those, and it recorded a ground out, so nice work by her to adjust. Takes a look at that one. Count moves full. Bree Oliver going to have to protect the plate here. Bottom of 4, 1 out. Full count. Ball 4, high and outside. Oliver heads down and takes her free base.
And you saw a little shoulder shift there. Good job thinking better.
Yeah, that plate discipline will come in time. Starting to see it more and more each and every game from Bree Oliver.
Absolutely. And that's definitely Dwayne Bowles going, stop. Stop it. But yeah, she's growing as a player, and we're not seeing her swing at every single pitch. But now we got Buchanan.
Buchanan, she's been hitting with some pop lately.
Lately. All the time.
Yeah. I guess it's really no exception as of late. She's been hitting like a stud all season long. A double and 2 triples for her in the last doubleheader against the Fanshawe Falcons.
18 RBIs for the team.
Not bad at all. She's contributed on the base paths, on the mound, in the dish. She's done it all.
Buchanan's got one of those mentalities that I think when her back is against the wall, that's really when things, like when she sees multiple base runners. Oh, my goodness.
She gets a hold of that one. That's smoked into center field. Play won't be made out there. Bree Oliver's turning towards third. It's going to be a ground rule double as it heads under the fence. Presley Buchanan just missed that one by a hair.
And that's Buchanan's 7th double for the season.
Depends on if the error is charged to Melissa Wanfor out there. She had to go a long way to make a play on that ball. I thought it was gone off the bat. Buchanan had a big crack to it.
It was the wind.
We'll blame that pesky Connor Vale winds. Koziolek. Big opportunity here. 2 runners in scoring position. Oliver at third. Presley at second.
Koziolek, no slouch with 16 runs to her name. This is her 58th time at bat.
Pops that one up. That's going to drop in. Throw it over to first, not in time. There's going to be a play at the plate. Bree Oliver slides in safely. Presley Buchanan takes a look.
That was a shocking moment.
Yeah, a bit of a weird play as that one dropped right in front of the second baseman. Able to get the out. Koziolek at first. Oliver does come in to score on that odd play. Makes it a 3-run ball game now. Seneca able to record that second out. Catcher Kiera Thomas let her team know plays at first base. The runner in scoring position. I'm sure Gendron does not want to see Alexis Ferreira at the moment. Homered her last time up. Off-speed pitch, misses high. One pitch in there. Ferreira thought it was outside. That one low, some nice plate discipline here by Ferreira. When you're swinging a bat that hot, it's often hard to lay off those close pitches. She's been able to do so. Takes a rip at that one to Nanama, the shortstop. Play won't be made. Buchanan in to score. It's an RBI for Alexis Ferreira. The Hawks put the 4th run of the day on the board. RBI by Ferreira will bring up Vassos. Ferreira's going. The throw not in time. For Ferreira, that's her 9th stolen base of the season. So we'll have a meeting of the minds here for the Sting. Some dance moves going on in the background. There's RMG flipping a teammate over. They're having fun tonight. Why not? Senior night, big crowd,
They're in the
lights
lead.
on.
But Humber's always having fun. As you mentioned before, there's just the most chants, the most cheers, the most dances, the most positive energy. I mean, in men's baseball, I don't come out to congratulate you if you hit a home run.
Yeah, a little more stoic are the gentlemen when they're on the baseball diamond, but these girls know how to have a good time out here, and it's resulted in plenty of wins and plenty of good times. Continuing here tonight, they're on a 4-game win streak. Trying to make it 5. They're well on their way. So let's see what Gendron has in store here for Alexa Vassos. See Ferreira on your screen there, not even budging when the catcher looks her way. Already has one stolen base.
I mean, with 2 outs, you don't need to force a silly out. No need to advance past second.
Single would likely score a run in this situation. Vassos takes that one on the outside for ball 4, a 4-pitch walk for Gendron. Ferreira on second, Vassos on first. Megan Murphy, your batter.
Looking to add to that 13 RBI record.
Ferreira's gonna go. The throw in time. Tag applied. Dwayne Bowles can't believe it. That throw seemed to get there. The tag might have been a little late. Called by the infield umpire out. As Alexis Ferreira seems to be a little bit shaken up on that play. Perhaps a hand injury as she came sliding in. So we've seen a couple injuries over there on third. I believe Megan Murphy slid in there earlier in this game. Was a little bit shaken up. She stayed in this contest.
I wonder what's wrong with the base, if anything. Could be just mad coincidence, or perhaps there's just a little bit of an equipment malfunction over there.
Yeah, quite possibly, and just a lot of time the momentum of stealing third base. If you're going down to second, that catcher's got an awful long way to throw. You have a little bit more time. When you're stealing third, you're really kind of pushing the issue. Coming in with a full head of steam, perhaps jammed a finger.
Dwayne Bowles helping her up by the hand that in question could be injured, so at very least able to use it to be pulled up.
So we'll see what that means for Ferreira's night. She's had the homer, has made play after play over there on third, so obviously Dwayne Bowles would love to see her back out there. And you see Ferreira taking off from that mound visit. She's going to stay in her familiar position at third base. So here's Nanama, the shortstop for the Sting. Sting have had nothing doing against Buchanan. Trying to find their stride here in the top of the fifth. That one will miss. Buchanan evens the count. That one's inside, misses again. Nanama now finds herself in a hitter's count. Seneca has not had too many of those tonight. Haven't forced these Hawks pitchers to pitch deep in at bats. Presley able to find her spot there. Count now full, one of the few extended at-bats we've